Some of what I will tell you is fact. Some is not. But it is all true.
We are just 2 weeks from Halloween, and this year there's no shortage of dark films to celebrate with. We welcome Brian Eggert with Deep Focus Review. He's also the Independent Film Critic of the Year in the entire country. He's also the co-host of our show called The Cinephiles. He is back to talk us through some of the big films that are headed our way, and we're going to start with this one. Can't wait, man. I can't wait. This is Netflix's new flick. It's called Frankenstein.
In seeking life, I created death.
Okay, so Mary Shelley, another re-envisionment of this sci-fi classic, the birth of like sci-fi horror, I guess.
Yeah. So this is kind of the summa of Del Toro's career. Like, he was really influenced by the 1931 film. He saw that as a kid. He's been trying to get this movie made for about 20 years. And it's the perfect encapsulation of what a Guillermo del Toro movie is. Like, he's always has a sympathetic monster in his movies, and who's more sympathetic than the original, Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
And watching this, I was totally invested in what's going on. Even though I've seen, 15 different versions of this story, it was like I was seeing it again for the first time, because he's taken so much care in building these characters, and the actors, Oscar Isaac and Jacob Elordi, who plays the creature, are so invested in their roles and just giving it their all. It's very nuanced, very thematically rich. It's a Guillermo del Toro production, so the production values are excellent. The costumes are amazing. The practical effects are amazing. There's a little bit of CGI that sometimes looks wonky, but for the most part, it's a beautiful movie. And again, I just felt like I was watching this story for the first time and really getting a sense of what it means.
Is it a warning for AI?
It definitely critiques the super rich who are trying to invent new technologies that could be dangerous. Yes,
right.
There's an element of that. So I would highly recommend seeing this in theaters. It opens here next Friday, and then it'll be on Netflix in the coming weeks.
Got it. All right, while we wait for that film, a new sequel to the film Black Phone just hit theaters yesterday. Take a look.
Hello, Finney. You killed me. It took me a long time. But you, of all people, know.
Yep, good luck sleeping after that.
Yeah, right. So this is a follow-up to the 2022's The Black Phone. Ethan Hawke's character, the Grabber, died in that movie, and he's back here as sort of a Freddy Krueger type character. And there's a little bit of derivativeness here. That there's an element of Friday the 13th. Definitely a Nightmare on Elm Street, and a little bit of The Shining here. But what I liked about this movie is that the two teens, Mason Thames and Madeline McGraw, are such good actors, and the writer and co-director and co-writer Scott Derrickson puts so much attention into their characters and allows them to really act these long scenes and deal with kind of the consequences of the first one. So I actually like the emotional aspects of this movie more than the scares, which get a little goofy and kind of silly at times. But it's definitely a movie worth checking out if you're in the mood for a horror movie this season.
Very good. All right, here we go. And if scary is not your thing, we've got another film that just came out yesterday. This one's called Mastermind.
That's a lot of money.
Just hear me out. It's a big, life-changing opportunity for me. But I'd have to rent a workspace and purchase tools, which I don't have.
Dad!
You don't look like cops.
See, James, we've been told that you're mixed up in this robbery.
I sure don't know how you got down this road, but you got the wrong idea. I'm afraid you got some bad information.
I kind of get some Fargo vibes here.
There's a little bit of like an incompetent criminal vibe here. This is written and directed by Kelly Reichardt, who is one of my favorite living filmmakers. She is entrenched in making these movies about kind of demystifying the masculine myth. And here is a film about an an art thief or a would-be art thief who wants to steal a few abstract paintings, and he just keeps making so many mistakes along the way, and has a sense of entitlement and a sense that the world kind of belongs to him. And he's kind of a despicable person, but Josh O'Connor is such a good actor, and he's so charismatic and magnetic that you can't help but watch him and follow him along on this journey. But it does kind of you sort of hate him by the end, even though he's fascinating to watch. This was, for me, one of my favorite movies of the year. It's definitely going to be on my top 10 list, and it opens in Minnesota next week, so definitely check it out.
Great. Brian, thanks as always, man.
right,
Appreciate
thanks.
it. You can find all Brian's reviews at Deep Focus Review, and you can get more in-depth interviews on our streaming show. It's called The Cinephiles on KARE 11 Plus.